Now, retired New Jersey Police Detective Lieutenant Steve Rogers, also a former member of the FBI National Joint Terrorism Task Force. Steve, what do you think happened here?
Well, I must tell you that one of the factors that are a benefit to law enforcement are indeed the acts of those heroes that stopped this killer. Because indeed he is alive, and that will enable the police to truly and with great effectiveness track down a motive. So we have an individual here who goes into a club and starts indiscriminately killing people. It's not yet called a bias incident, a hate crime, but the police are leaning that way. But it's this act of keeping him alive certainly will be a big benefit to the investigation.
And how does that investigation unfold?
Well, obviously, the police are going to be interviewing him, but also there's going to be criminal psychologists are going to be talking to this individual. One thing I think all of us want to know is, was this individual involved with anyone else who planned this and executed this horrendous attack? There'll be search warrants, as you reported earlier, and there'll be a lot of ground pounding, as we say in the old days in police work, of talking to a lot of people. This guy's his social media accounts are going to be scrubbed and analyzed very closely. Who was he talking to in weeks, perhaps months to come to this day? Who was involved in any conversations regarding this incident? And believe me, the police are not going to let no stone left unturned with regard to this incident.
Steve, how do we tamp down hate crimes across the board?
Well, you know, it's a good question, and I think it begins in our school, our educational system. We have to do a lot of educating in elementary school with regard to, yeah, people may be different in your eyes, but they're people. Excuse me. They're American citizens, and they deserve to have the constitutional protections that all of us have. So it begins in the elementary school level, and we have to ensure that it continues throughout our entire lives. We need to stop the hateful rhetoric on the internet by our politicians, by everyone. And we need to bring the temperature down and understand that, you know, we're all God's children and we have to respect each other. We may disagree with each other, but let's agree to disagree and move on as human beings who are embracing each other as human beings.
Should there be stiffer punishment for hate crimes?
Yes, we do have bias crime laws across the country. In fact, I helped author some of them in New Jersey back in the 90s. And because they're targeted crimes. I mean, because you're an individual who may be different from somebody, you're going to be targeted, shot, and killed, and sometimes tortured. So these individuals who commit these crimes should get the maximum, I really mean the maximum sentence that is available within the framework of the law. That would send a message to anyone who tries to duplicate a horrendous act like this.
And once again, the murder weapon was a long gun. Do Americans just have to accept that anytime, anywhere, a shooter can appear and commit mass murder?
Well, you know, I don't believe we should accept that. I'm a little puzzled over the fact that the police did encounter this individual in 2021. There are reports of that, where he was allegedly involved with explosives and threatening people and had weapons and ammunition. What goes on in my mind now is what happened between 2021, when he was allegedly charged with this, and now. So we have to really, truly give law enforcement the resources they need to apprehend these individuals, prosecute them, and put them in jail. And with regard to the weapons used, well, the fact of the matter is that we don't have to accept any type of this behavior. We got to just stiffen and toughen up our law enforcement agencies, our judicial system. Couple that with the education I just spoke with you about. We don't have to accept what's bad. We can start doing what's right.
Because Americans are fed up and tired of this. All right, former Detective Steve Rogers, thank you very much for your expertise and insight. Thanks, Steve.
My pleasure. Thank you.